And welcome to the conversation. We are back for another exciting episode. Thank you for joining us. And as always, I've got the gang here with me. The voice known as Greg Kirkland.
Hey.
D. Marcus Smith.
Hey.
And the Jeff Fauntleroy.
Hey, I see you over there looking like you look, doing what you do.
And this is the kind of show it's going to be today, folks. They're in that mood today. All right, everybody good? How was your week?
Oh, man.
It's been good. It's been good.
It was good. Good week, man.
Good
week.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've got a question for you.
Oh, Lord.
If you had 1 week left on Earth,
Okay, wasn't good anymore.
how would you spend it?
That just went downhill.
How would you spend that week? Jeff, let's start with you.
I'll start with me.
Let's start with
right?
him.
I wonder why. You know what, man? I would spend time with my family, and I would allow them to ask questions, clarify some things that they may have heard. I've lived a colorful life, so I want them to know as many facts as possible. And then I would have the best ice cream, the juiciest steak.
Okay.
So could I have
The
a follow-up
the best hand rolled
You got a
biscuits.
follow-up question.
The
I didn't
best
think
hand
I
rolled
would-
biscuits that you could
I
find.
didn't think I would have a follow-up question, but I do.
Just for him. Moving
I
on.
mean,
You said it.
You said it. I was just wondering.
I just
didn't
want
think
my family to
Know the
know
facts.
everything that they need to know about me and give them that opportunity to ask about their dear dad.
Okay, we'll accept that. DeMarcus, what about you?
I would probably, well, you can't travel too fast in 7 days, but go somewhere, go a couple of places that I probably
Can't
ain't
stay
been.
too long.
Right, can't stay too long at all. Of course, kick it with the family. I don't know.
You only have 7 days.
You only
sir.
got 7 of them things, so there's some other things, but it's fun.
Oh, you don't have a follow-up question for that?
I don't have a follow-up.
No, absolutely not.
at all.
Okay.
Told you it was just for you.
Just for
No,
you.
it's just for me.
He didn't need that to clarify.
Oh,
He just
okay.
making a point.
And of course, I would thank God for everything.
Absolutely. Greg?
I'll give y'all the Hope TV answer.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I would spend plenty of time with my wife.
Absolutely.
Of course, time with my children. Yeah, I agree. And if I could, get my whole family together somewhere and eat well.
Yes, sir.
I have always loved to eat.
Yes, sir.
If I can eat my favorite meals,
Yes, sir.
be around my family, just
Yes.
laugh and kick it and just joke, I'm good.
Anything to clarify?
No,
Oh,
only you.
okay.
Now, in my last 2 weeks, I would spend with my
You
family.
said 1 week.
How you get two?
What are you,
You
a
only
genie?
get one.
I would have to come to all y'all's funerals.
Wow.
I'd have to come to your funerals first.
So you get two.
That's
Okay.
right, I get 2 weeks. Oh my goodness. Are y'all ready to get the conversation
Oh, you
started?
don't get to talk about what you would do?
I would spend it with my family on a beach somewhere enjoying myself.
Okay, thank
There
you.
you go.
That's what it-
Very
Nothing to
good.
clarify?
Absolutely. You open that you open that box, sir. We just, All right, here we go. Let's talk about style.
Style.
Let's talk about some style, okay? We talked about colognes before, about clothing and the styles that are new. What's your favorite time of year to dress, Greg? Like, what's your favorite?
Fall.
Why?
I love sweaters. I love that. I would say fall, winter. I would have to say a little mix of both because it's just something about that sweater weather when the smells are there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like those holiday smells in the air and you go outside and you breathe and you can see the smoke coming from
Yeah.
it. It's just something about that brisk fall, winter mix sweaters and scarves.
Yeah.
And that's my favorite time.
Got you. I'm with you on that. I love that time of year. Blazers and sweaters and
Yes,
things
sir.
like that. Absolutely. DeMarcus?
I would say the same. Fall, winter. I'm a big boots and Timberlands and
Yes, sir.
the boots that Greg still ain't sent me from last season. But yeah, like sweaters, hoodies. Yeah, fall and winter. Fall and winter is that season.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fashion-wise, it would be that. It reminds me hustling through the day.
Wait.
leather,
Clarify that too.
leather, hats,
Yeah.
shoes, sweaters, all of that. For fashion, I still like the summer. But for fashion, it would be that fall, winter.
Okay. Let me. You mentioned hats. Let me ask you this, Jeff. And you're a big hat wearer. How do you know what type of hat to wear for the different seasons? You're a hat wearer. How do you know what type of hat?
You know what? For me, man, it's an expression of how I feel. You know, there's some times that I feel very elegant, and I'll wear one of my elegant hats. You know, there's some times where, you know, I'm colorful, and I'll wear something, you know, a little wilder, or caps like Jeff caps. I love caps, good caps. Borsalinos, they make one of the best caps around. The Irish tweed caps. I love hats, good hats though. Sure. I just purchased one and I'm so disappointed because it didn't look like it did on the internet. and when it came,
You bought it off the internet?
yeah, I did.
Oh
When
my
it came
God.
in the package,
My God.
I looked outside. I said, oh, "That's a wrap," and I was so disappointed. But I'm doctoring it up a little bit to make it look good.
Gotcha.
Wear straw hats in the winter?
No,
Okay.
not around me. I'm going to talk about you.
Okay.
Straw hat?
No,
You know, like straw.
Like
you know,
like when you go on vacation, like a
No.
like a
No,
straw
it's-
hat.
no.
I know what you
Yeah.
mean.
no,
You know, yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Like
No.
you know, they have fedoras. Man. Now
No.
I'm asking
Oh,
this
okay.
question. They have fedoras and
No.
a straw.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay.
Okay.
no.
What do y'all think about these hoochie daddy shorts they got out now?
Whoa.
Y'all heard about
You
those,
gotta,
right?
you gotta have hoochie daddy legs for hoochie daddy shorts, don't you? I
Listen.
saw some cat. I saw a dude, no lie, way up here.
Oh, I ain't going up there.
Nah, you gotta have legs for hoochie daddy shorts. You got dudes out here with twig legs, trying to
Listen.
wear these shorts.
But I don't like the way you look. You kept focusing on me when you said that
And he rubbing,
Yeah,
and he
you-
rubbing his
Hey,
knee.
too. He rubbed his
never
knee.
skip leg day, people.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Never skip leg
Once
day.
my abs come in, they almost there. Once they come in,
They almost where?
they almost visible. Hey man, I'm putting my hoochies on, Doc. You understand? They ain't gonna be way up there though. But once I can't have nothing over it. I need it to go
Right.
flat,
Okay.
straight down.
You gonna wear hoochie pop pop?
Yeah. But cologne. You said something about cologne too, right?
Yeah, we talked about cologne.
So they just came out. They just came out with something. There's a brother that has a cologne called Savoir Faire, and he just came out with a new fragrance.
Savoir,
Yeah,
savoir faire.
Savoir Faire. Yeah, he's local. And he just came out with a new cologne, man, and it's all natural ingredients. This thing is fire, man. I mean, it's fire. Yeah, it's big and it's very inexpensive.
Wow. Something about the cologne game, you know, knowing, you know, when you're wearing something dark or when you're wearing something light or when
Yeah.
you're going out for an evening or when you're going out for the day. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just knowing how to switch up and know
Yeah.
some colognes are a little sweeter.
So,
So I got
getting
a
ready to say,
question.
I was
You
just
know,
getting ready to say
What's
a
the
little
game
sweeter.
for colognes? Because I don't know.
What's the what?
What's the game for colognes? Like when to wear what?
It depends on what you're wearing
Yeah.
because like if I put on a suit,
Right. You got a specific set.
Yeah.
See, I've never been taught that.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
I
wow.
literally, I go in, I'll find what I like, I
Yeah.
just buy it,
Yeah.
and I just wear it with everything.
You're gonna learn today.
And
I've
also,
never been
you have to know
You
there's
gonna
a
learn
difference
today.
between real cologne and
eau de toilette.
Eau de toilette.
Yeah.
Wait, what is that?
Eau de toilette.
Yeah. Your lesser expensive
Yeah.
colognes, and it's not going to last.
Right.
Parfum.
Yeah, yeah.
Parfum
It's
or
not-
eau de toilette.
Yeah, it's not going to last you. It'll smell
You
nice,
spray it on at first.
but,
Yeah.
but later on in the day, that fragrance will be gone.
Yeah.
You get something a good solid cologne.
Yeah.
That's a fragrance.
It's a fragrance.
Oh, y'all done put me on game.
So
It's
for
gonna-
me,
I
with
really
a
didn't know
suit,
that.
I think I'm gonna go with something a little sweeter, a little lighter.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If I'm doing just a shirt, you know, slacks, I may go something with a little woodsy, little musky, little woodsy musky. But nothing ever too heavy. Like when I walk into a room,
Yeah.
I don't want it to.
You don't want to be too loud.
Yeah. But close up, somebody can.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
And the
Man,
best
listen.
thing, what I've started doing when I buy colognes, wherever I get it from, I will, usually the people in cologne, behind the counters at cologne shops, they know how much to put on, and you can put it on and see how it reacts to your body. Because all colognes, Gucci may smell good on you, but it may not be the best on somebody else. Because your body, your natural, because you have a natural body scent.
Sure.
So you have to have a
you gotta know
cologne
what mixes with that.
mixes with that well. So everything doesn't blend well.
What smells good on you might not smell good on me, and vice versa.
Absolutely.
And what smells good on that little spray when they give it to you in the store might not smell good on your body.
That's right. And put it on points of your body that pulsate, not pulsate, or that will generate. You know what I'm talking about?
Pheromones. And
pheromones.
There it is. See, I know where you was going.
Thank you.
Just a dope Howard dude.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Y'all really put me on.
You're gonna learn today, son.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're gonna learn today.
I literally just walk in, like last cologne I bought was Savage. When I went in, okay, I like that. But that's it. I didn't know that there was specific.
Now take your time to talk to the person behind the counter. Normally, the people behind those counters, they know their game.
So y'all got everyday cologne.
Right.
Y'all got
And then you have
suit,
that special
date, out night,
occasion.
ballroom type.
Yeah.
Sure.
Then y'all got that. You said woodsy.
Sure.
Yeah, Woodsy. Woodsy or
No, bro, I really didn't know.
No,
Yeah.
we understand.
It's
Yes.
just a life.
And
Trying to get
really,
him to explain.
really talk to the person behind the booth, because honestly, most people that work in that department, they know
Absolutely.
Okay.
the
Absolutely.
actual
That's-
fragrance, and they will work with you. They'll let you
Right,
know
yeah, maybe get a
how long it
collection.
lasts.
Absolutely.
They'll let you know like what to wear it with. They'll let you try it and all of that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I didn't know that.
It's
wanna be able
a
to
game
switch it up.
changer.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
wanna be
It's a
able to
game
switch it up.
changer.
So like I've been seeing cats online who have like they've been showing like top 10s. So like I'll save those and then I'll go check them out. But I really that is something new.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was
if
a
it works for
game.
your body,
to-
though.
Sure.
And the worst thing you can do, man, is show up with a fragrance that just doesn't fit.
Doesn't
you.
work.
Right.
Or
Okay.
fit or fit
Or
the
it's just
atmosphere.
Way too much
loud.
on
Yeah,
it. It's just
it's
too
just too
loud.
loud.
You need to
Ah.
learn. 'Cause
So
some
do
things
y'all
you
all
have to-
put it on the same way then? How do you put yours on?
Well, first of all, I learned a few years ago, I'll be honest with you, just a few years ago, I learned that really you're supposed to apply your cologne or your fragrance as soon as you step out of the
As soon
shower.
as you step out of the
When
shower,
you- yeah.
that's it.
So it attaches
So it
to you.
absorbs.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
you want to be moisturized.
Your pores are
Your
open.
pores are open. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, this
Most
gonna
things,
learn
I
today,
used to do
sir.
it when I just
I'm
you get ready to walk
learning.
out of the house.
Country boy.
You just spray it on when you're
Right.
walking out the house.
Yeah,
But no,
no.
you put
No.
it on
You're
so
supposed
it
to put
right
it on
after you
when
get
you
outside.
sit.
You're
So
around
that your
grown
body-
men, Tal. You're around
Oh no, I
grown
got
men.
that.
Yes, sir.
This country right here.
Oh my God.
That's how.
send him to the root
I
therapy.
want that proof.
Root
Let me tell you, Bruce has stepped
I'm
up that
for
game,
real,
man.
That's literally. I got
right.
somebody. I was like,
Let's talk about Cosmopolitan
business.
magazine,
What
online
about?
magazine. Cosmopolitan. Some of the things they're saying are must-have items that women like to see men in, are things that you should have in your repertoire for fashion.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
The perfect T-shirt.
Okay.
You know, have a good T-shirt. All right, a nice T-shirt.
Sure.
And I agree, because there's,
Yeah.
especially in the summer,
Sure.
you walk
Yeah.
around even with nice jeans or something.
Absolutely.
You can have a
Right,
nice T-shirt.
Even
on.
your T-shirt
Yeah.
tells a story.
Some nice lace-up boots that you can wear untied.
yeah, Greg.
I'm listening to you, Ryan.
all right.
I'm listening to you.
Of course, a good tailored suit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotta have a good
absolutely.
tailored suit.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse. Can I interject?
Yes, please.
Brothers, when you
Yeah.
buy a suit, even
Yeah.
if you buy off the rack, there's nothing wrong with buying off the rack. But you still have to get it tailored.
Tailored for you.
You still have
Yeah.
to get it contoured
Yeah.
to
To
your body.
yeah.
Yeah.
So whatever that amount of that suit is, you might be getting a good buy, but you need to also understand that you're going to have to spend a little extra to
Getting it
get it
fitted.
tailored.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And that's especially true for everybody, but especially with a smaller frame.
Right.
Yeah.
People
There's
my size,
nothing worse than
when you have a suit
walking
on that
around with
just
a big
hangs.
suit. Oh,
Yeah,
my Lord,
yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
And you
God
need to
help.
get it, fitted so it's.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
so it just hangs better.
Yes,
it looks
sir.
better. It makes a difference.
And big guys don't do double-breasted.
That's
Just throwing that
not
out there.
true.
All right.
That is not true. Go on, Ryan, because this man, don't listen
All
to
right.
him.
This is again. They said one of the things that people round tortoiseshell glasses.
Yeah.
Round
Yeah.
tortoiseshell
I
glasses.
thought you had you had to have a face for
Yeah,
certain
I was
frames,
I was
right?
taught
Yeah.
that you
That's how I was taught.
find a frame according to your face.
Yeah.
Aviator glasses, aviator sunglasses.
Those
Yeah.
are what work for me.
Aviator,
Yeah. 'Cause I got a
aviator
big
sunglasses. Yeah.
I agree with that.
a nice, this one surprised me, a nice flannel shirt. A
can
really
see that.
nice flannel shirt.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
White Vans.
Yes. I can
White
see that.
Vans. Some just
Man.
clean
Or
white
like
Vans.
a plain white.
Yeah.
What
just a
magazine
plain
is
white
this?
loafer.
Cosmopolitan.
Oh,
Like some
okay,
type
well,
of plain
FE
white
is-
loafer. I can see
Right.
that.
Khakis rolled up at the bottom.
Oh,
Now again, this everything won't be for everybody.
it's Cosmo. Who's reading Cosmo?
People who like to be in style.
Don't worry about it.
A perfect tan blazer.
I read.
I can see that.
I
Love
read
a
everything.
tan blazer. A fitted Henley shirt.
What's
Oh,
a Henley shirt?
no.
A Henley shirt with has no collar,
Right,
but
like
it's
a
buttons
mock
at the
neck
top, like a
or
yeah,
like a banded
buttons
collar.
at the top.
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
like
okay,
a banded
okay,
collar. Yeah. A button-down shirt, crisp with the sleeves rolled up.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
It's like a yeah.
Yeah, I know what it is, but who?
Keep going.
Okay.
A nice leather jacket,
Okay.
one that doesn't make you look like a Hell's Angel.
Okay.
You don't
I got
just
a smooth one. I
Just a
got a
nice
little
leather
smooth
jacket.
one. Yeah, I'll go with-
Like this, a fitted beanie.
Yeah.
A fitted beanie.
Fitted beanie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again,
That's-
all of this is not for every. This
Yeah.
is just some of the things that are.
Not
for
many,
some
people, not many people in my neighborhood
Just
wear
wife
all
wrote
those.
that one. Right. They
Yeah.
interviewed Just Wife for that.
Not many people in my
For that
neighborhood wear the flannel shirt or the khakis
Well,
rolled up.
I'm
at
sure
the
they do.
bottom.
We know where you live. I'm sure there's people out there in beanies and khakis. So, okay, so, all right. And let's talk about dressing for. Let's talk about occasions. Dressing for occasions. You know, when you go to certain occasions.
Sure.
You know, people need to know how to dress when you go
yeah.
to
Right.
a certain occasion.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Again, let's start with you, Jeff. If you're going to an upscale cookout, Jeff, or upscale barbecue, what would you wear to an upscale barbecue?
First of all, make sure my feet are manicured.
Good.
And I'm gonna have on a nice leather sandal. Open toe. I'm not gonna wear the thong sandal. But I mean, it's a personal choice, but
Sure.
I'd rather have the open toe.
Okay.
And I'd have a nice pair of shorts on or a nice casual, pants and slack.
Or jean shorts? Would you wear jean shorts, or is that okay? Or
Yeah,
just
yeah, I'd
okay.
wear nice pair of jean
are
shorts.
good. They just have to be, again, they have to fit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they fit right.
You don't
Nothing
wanna go
tight.
or not too loose.
Or
either.
not too
You don't
loose
wanna
either.
go
Yeah, yeah.
Big and
it would be casual.
Yeah.
It would be a dressy casual.
yeah.
And knowing that you may sweat.
Sure.
It's going to be a material that
Right, that
first I'm
absorbs.
gonna have a t-shirt on underneath to
Absolutely.
absorb that.
Absolutely.
So and maybe a nice hat.
Gotcha.
Nice straw.
Okay, I
or a
got
nice
you.
cap.
All right, DeMarcus, let's give you this one. You out with your wife, a nice evening, nice dinner, upscale restaurant. What would you typically wear at something like that?
Ooh.
Really nice upscale
wifey?
restaurant out with the wife.
Probably like some. Well, I can't wear tight stuff, so I would wear like some nice slacks,
Okay.
some comfortable. I don't know what the shoes are called now, but some just real comfortable. I'm a big Jordan fan, but I clearly wouldn't wear those. But like they've got these new Aldo. I've been shopping at Aldo. a lot.
Okay.
So they got some really dope,
Like a loafer.
like little loafers,
Leather
little tennis shoe
Oxford.
type. Yeah.
Sure.
So I'll probably wear that with probably just like a little clean button down.
Okay.
But now define tight, because you said I couldn't wear tight.
So-
define tight to you.
Really, so when I buy
Wow, I wanted to
pants
say
or
something so
jeans,
bad.
they always make me get athletic cuts
Okay.
because my legs are just from old sports and stuff.
Right.
So like
Your
any
legs are
pants
what?
I
Your legs are what? You didn't finish that thought. You just said my legs
got
are
athletic-
My legs
athletic
are from
legs.
old sports. What are you trying to say?
running back legs.
It's a
you know.
shameless plug. It's just
So
a shameless plug.
when I buy jeans and I try to bring them
hug
past the quadriceps, it don't work. Athletic cut or athletic style.
Right.
Or the now they've made
No
stretch
pleats.
pants,
Right,
which
right.
have been very comfortable. So
Gotcha.
Right.
anything like that just I hate being uncomfortable. That's why y'all never rarely see me in suits.
Gotcha.
Because I feel restricted and
Gotcha.
can't move.
Sure.
Because
And you want to be honest?
Athletic cut.
No, but you want to be honest? I actually split a suit.
Wow.
I put it on, and I literally, I think I did, and split the leg seam down and the back split.
Yeah, we need to
All
take
right.
I
you
can't wear
someplace
suits.
else
Yeah,
to get
all right.
suits.
moving away from Hawk.
Wow.
Oh, David Banner over here.
Ray,
Yes,
what
sir.
would you, what would you wear to a corporate dinner function?
I
A
would
corporate
definitely do probably a patterned button-up shirt Not buttoned all the way up to the neck, but a few
Open
buttons
neck.
down, open
Okay.
neck, with a blazer. Possibly a nice pair of a very nice denim.
Really?
A very nice denim.
To a corporate?
To a corporate. A very nice denim, though. It can't be a casual denim. It's got to be like a dark washed denim.
There's a difference between looking at it
jeans
and
with
it's a
those.
pair of blue jeans.
Right,
and
exactly.
some denim.
Not
Right.
jeans,
got you.
not denim.
Right.
Right.
Like a nice, dark, deep blue washed denim with a button-up shirt, a blazer, maybe a pocket square, and a nice pair of loafers.
Gotcha. Okay.
So basically, I need a stylist.
so
what
you
y'all
see-
telling me?
Okay.
There's differences in here with this because I would never think that. It would have to be a blue or black suit, crisp white shirt, tie, black leather shoe, nothing fancy, no gator, or nothing like that.
Right,
just
no,
a black
no.
leather shoe, corporate
Yeah,
shoe.
sure.
Mock toe or cap toe or lace up. For corporate, that's what I would think.
If you think corporate, not to cut you off, but the average corporate, if you think that, they almost dress like they're going on the golf course. The average corporate, if you think about it, they almost dress in golf attire. They just put on,
On
a
a daily
blazer.
basis, you mean.
On a
Absolutely.
daily basis. They just put on a blazer. They just add a blazer. Most corporate people keep a blazer somewhere. They keep it in their car or they keep it in their office. And they just add a blazer to what they have
Absolutely.
on.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last question before we to close this segment out, real quick. What would you wear to a wedding, really quickly? What would you wear to a
I'm going to be
wedding?
suited and booted. I'm going to be
Suited
suited and booted.
Tie? Always
It
a
just
tie?
depends. No, not always a tie.
Okay,
As a
not
matter of
always
fact,
a tie.
I've gotten to where I'm not a big tie
Right,
dude. I'm
yeah.
going to do open collar.
Okay.
Yeah.
But pocket
Pocket square.
Okay.
Yeah. Blazer.
Marvin?
At this point, I need a stylist because I don't know what they. So
Email.
like ASAP. But no, I just whatever's comfortable. So I've been seeing a lot of cats with the suits with like the t-shirts. I really like that.
Okay,
vibe.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I've seen that too.
It's
And
like
I
the
guess,
all-white t-shirt underneath. It's a real
clean, but it's
vibe.
gotta be
and
clean.
to that point, you're in that age range where that
Right,
works.
right,
That works for you.
right.
What about you, real
Absolutely.
quick,
It,
Jeff?
it depends on the season. If it was summer, wedding, linen suit, something like that. If it was a fall, winter, suit and tie.
Gotcha. Okay, very good. Yeah. Again, I hope we're helping you a little bit out there with just what we know about fashion and our thoughts on it. We'll be right back.
Oh, I don't know much R&B. I'm telling you that right now.
We at the part that I love, and y'all know what it is. It's called Church That Hook. We're gonna give you a song that's not gospel, and we want you to take the hook of it or the piece that you know, and we want you to sing it to us how you would if you were at church. Boys to Men, End of the Road.
All right, I'm gonna go back to my choir days. Although we come to the end of the road, still I can't let go. Say, it's I belong to you. You belong to me.
Yeah.
Think about financial freedom and you think about the role that Renaissance Bank plays in the community. From your perspective, what does financial freedom mean to you?
To talk about financial freedom, we have to understand financial education. Keep track of what's coming in and what's going out. You won't overspend. And that helps the family tremendously in financial education.
Welcome back to the conversation. It's time for That's Debatable. We've got a good one for you today. Y'all ready?
Let's go.
All right. Let's talk about leadership and standards.
Oh my God.
Leadership and standards.
Leadership and standards. Do we hold our leaders and our celebrities to a higher standard that is unfair? And I know it's been talked about for the last forever this year, but we're going to go back and talk about it. Let's go to the Oscars. Let's go to the Oscars. Let's talk about the slap. We have to talk about the slap. Yeah. Let's talk about it. First of all, Greg, start over here. When you saw it,
I was so disappointed.
That did hurt.
Let me ask you this. Did you think it was real or
Well,
did you think it was staged?
Well, here's the thing. I got to be honest. I didn't see it live. I can't remember whatever was happening the night of the Oscars. I was at an event.
Okay.
So I didn't see it live. I saw the next day.
Okay.
Like I didn't even see that night.
Okay.
I saw the next morning on Good Morning America.
Gotcha.
And I was like, wait a minute. And what happened was when I saw it go by, I didn't have the volume up. So in that moment I did. I was like, well, what did they do at the Oscars?
Right.
You know,
Gotcha.
what is that? And when I saw what really happened, I can't explain. First of all, I am a Will Smith follower.
Yes, sir.
I am a Will Smith guy.
Yes, sir.
I think that Will Smith's social media platform is incomparable. I think that if you follow Will Smith on Instagram, it's like a whole different something.
Mm-hmm. It's like the art of
It's,
storytelling.
oh my gosh, he's amazing, right? So when that happened, I was in disbelief and I was so disappointed. I was angry.
Yeah.
I got upset.
Yeah.
I just could not believe that he could not contain himself.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
DeMarcus?
I think it hurt just the culture, period, because we grew up with Men in Black. Will was one of those black icons, similar to like Denzel, Jamie Foxx, those guys that have been in the game for a while that you grew up with.
Right.
And so I saw it live. And it was just one of them things where you sat for a minute because you tried to make sense of it first.
Sure.
Well, maybe Chris was going a little, but then it was just like, but Will, you teach, not only do you're very creative, but you often teach great lessons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? So when you brought up the celebrity status, one of the things that I remember him saying, he put out there game-wise for all celebrities, he told them, always remain touchable.
Yeah.
And that got me because that took celebrities from that high horse that they would sit on to now where you see celebrities now, if they out, I don't mind taking a picture with you. I don't mind, stopping, signing, having conversation with you. But to see that, it hurt, but at the same time, I'm like, but he's still human at the end of the day.
Right, absolutely.
He still had that moment of, I think like any male here where if it's wifey or somebody, your kid, somebody that you are, you love, and somebody's going and you give them that fake laugh first and their head nod,
On the inside.
you ain't caught on. He stepped into a side that I know it hurt him.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I got a phone call, said, man, did you see that? It's like, what? And I instantly went to social media.
Sure.
And I saw a foreign media source that had the whole thing with language and everything.
Right.
I was like, whoa.
Wow.
Couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
So of course I went through and saw different same version but different ways.
Right.
I was hurt. I know Will not personally, but being in West Philly,
it makes you feel like you know it.
We came up in West Philly parties and all that kind of stuff when they were doing all the parties, street parties. So seeing them a lot and then growing up, watching them grow, I was hurt. Yeah. Wow. I was hurt. I was embarrassed.
Yeah.
I was embarrassed because that was a big moment. This is a worldwide moment.
Yeah.
And man, you blew it, bro.
Yeah.
You?
Yeah.
But everybody after that,
Sure.
everybody who was with you,
Sure.
you blew that moment.
And not to mention the fact that Will Packard directed it.
You
There was
understand?
black hosts.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I mean, every year the thing is Oscar so white.
It
Oscar
was-
so white.
it was
This
so
was the
much
year
bigger than him.
of
Yeah,
the
sure.
black
Yeah.
man when it came
That's
to
what
the
hurt
Academy
me.
Awards.
Like this was so much bigger than you.
Yeah.
And you took a personal moment that you could have just held off
Yeah.
later on and said, "Hey, Chris, hey man, look,
Yeah.
that wasn't cool, bro.
Right, for sure.
We need to work this out."
But that's the thing, like,
and I know he's human.
Right.
But God, man, if that wasn't a lesson for us,
Yeah.
for sure.
because it was so much bigger than him.
Yeah.
And that's what hurt me.
Yeah.
And I watched those videos from him, and they are inspirational
Yeah.
and stuff. And
Very.
I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
But do you
man,
think you think once he stepped, it's like I've known cats, once you step into that moment, they just go all the way through. You got to go all the way through with it.
Right.
And that's how I took it. It's just, he had already started it, so I got to finish because I'm already out there. But
he-
I can't.
Let me stir the pot. You know, we're going to stir the pot some more. That's what we do.
I hate when you stir this pot.
Do you think, because and we know that the alopecia, you know, that Jada has, you know, they talked about that
Right.
was part of it. Do you think the sentiment of the general public would be different if it was a disease that was more serious?
Yeah.
If it was more serious, say it was something that was, and not just them, if it was
even if it's
a
cancer.
terminal illness,
Sure,
cancer,
sure.
if it was a terminal illness and a comedian on stage said, yeah, well, don't worry, you won't be with us long or something.
That's
Oh,
different,
my
though. Yeah,
God.
but
he
but
gotta
you know
get-
what? But you know what? See,
But
I didn't
maybe
even
not that serious.
that's different.
But I
I would have been right there with Will.
Hold on,
So
bro.
okay,
I didn't associate
So
the
this is what I'm
joke with
saying.
that, though, at
No.
first.
So my point is, no, this is my point. So that's why I say
Yes, sir.
my point is, it's the relevance is how far you go is based on what is said.
But this is the thing, and this is where I.
And what if the audience, or what if the same thing about, say it was cancer, and they said something about, you know, something similar. Well, yeah, you're looking kind of slim there, not knowing that they were suffering from cancer. When they said
different.
What do you mean?
Cause I mean that's different.
Well,
That's
there were remarks about Chadwick Boseman
What do you
that
mean
were
it's
out there
different?
online.
Sure.
When he was sick.
Well, here's my thing, Ryan.
Okay.
Here's my thing to that. Here's my thing. I feel like you make a good point that I'd never considered. What if it was worse?
Right,
You know,
right.
What if it was a different scenario,
Yeah, different
right?
disease, and maybe not. They say something as harsh as that. But
Right,
I'm just
right,
saying.
right.
So, but I'm glad you said that, because what it says is that I think it goes back to, because everybody connects that issue
Yeah.
with thinking that was big enough to do that.
Right.
But other things you're saying it's big enough
but-
that would warrant
Well,
going up there.
Well, you
Even
made a
with that, though.
statement.
That-
You
oh
literally
my
would've
God.
said
That was you,
cancer,
dog.
and then you said something
That's what-
around
right.
That would have been bad, dog.
So again,
that would
you
have
gotta
been so
shake
bad.
the stage. So my point is, there would be situations where that would have been acceptable.
Well, not really though, because here's my point. And that's what I was saying. You make a good point by
I
what you
usually
said.
do.
The point that you made. Not so fast. What I'm saying
Email
is this. What I'm saying is, I feel like my standpoint would still be the same. I guess because
Okay.
I am a very calculated thinker, right? And so I think part of the reason why I was so disappointed in Will is because if Will had played it, and I use that term loosely, let's say it was something that was worse, but even if it wasn't, even if it's quote unquote just alopecia, if Will had played his hand right, the court of public opinion would have eaten Chris Rock alive.
Right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
I
sir.
disagree.
No,
I agree.
I disagree.
No, I agree.
Because only because Jada didn't come out with alopecia until after the
No. She had already said.
On what?
Jada had already stated on her red
Red
table
talk, that's what it was,
that she
okay.
suffered from
they say,
alopecia
but
and that
Chris
she was
didn't know.
losing. Right,
But he
but
didn't know.
even if he didn't, the point that I'm making is, by him making the statement that he made, if Will had played it,
I understand that part.
The court of public opinion
Yeah.
would have eaten Chris Rock alive.
I
How
understand that.
I
dare
agree with
you
that. I agree
Yeah.
with that.
But this is
make
my
a
thing.
joke
Yeah.
So, but that's
about
stay
something
right there.
that so many people suffer
But
from?
is not comedy that type of art?
It is,
Because
but
every comedian that I grew up with, you can go all the way back to Red Fox, you go back to Richard Pryor, you go back to Eddie. They all bring to light what generally is people's pain, what they're going through, whatever.
do.
No, but they do it in a general sense,
Right. Yeah.
Not at a
Not-
usually a
not
personal
direct.
level.
Yeah.
And I
And-
think, and to your point, the public opinion would have been against Chris. Then I think it would have been up to Will to say, "Hey,
That's-
he
that's
wasn't
what I'm
aware.
saying. So
he
Will-
was not
He could
aware."
have come out.
Will did not
He
play
could
his
have come
hand
out.
right.
I
way
agree
on
with that.
top. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
agree
could
with
have.
that.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm telling y'all.
Sometimes silence is the best
Listen,
weapon.
because
Just
the thing
sit
about
back
it is,
and let everybody else fight
because
it.
of Will's decision,
Right.
he automatically flipped it
Yep.
and made himself
And-
the
Yep.
bad guy.
And
Yep.
I would have thought.
Yep.
I guess my surprise was Will knew Chris well enough, and they were
Right.
friends. They're
From a
not. I don't know if
comedic
they're the best
standpoint,
of friends.
everything, for
They're
sure.
just friends. They were in the same circles. I would have known. I know him. Like I know you well enough to know that you wouldn't joke about my son.
Absolutely.
If you came in and noticed my son,
Right.
well, you looking skinny.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't joke about that knowing
Absolutely.
that he would had a condition.
sure. Right.
You just
For
would
sure.
not have.
Right.
Now, if you didn't
So-
know, you might say, "Boy, why are you so thin?" And then I would say, "Oh, you know, he gets."
Right.
he-
And
So-
then I, could, and then
then you
I
would
would have
say-
said, "Oh my
Yeah.
man."
Yeah,
But-
so just
I'm
stay
sorry.
silent, wait until the right moment.
Right.
Hey, Chris, listen, man, you know my wife.
But
boom,
guess
boom.
what? But watch this. Not even that. Again, I am a calculated thinker.
Okay.
Right? I wouldn't have said a word.
Right. Yeah.
When I won that Oscar,
Yeah.
I would have got up on that stage and I would have said, despite the fact that people decide to use something so serious as what my wife is dealing with to make a joke, I'm still appreciative of this platform.
Yeah, I
They
get.
would have eaten Chris
But
alive.
see, I think that would have been a.
You know
But
what?
still.
I don't
Now,
know.
you come
Now,
out
wait
better.
a minute. Wait a
But
minute.
still.
That was shady, man.
was
That
really
was
shady.
shady, Greg.
But listen to what I'm
That was shady.
So-
Said calculated thinking here
Yeah,
with the
that
hard
was
shade.
shady.
So let me
No,
ask
that
you
was
this.
shady,
let
man.
me ask, okay, next question. And that, does it matter?
Damn, man.
Does it matter where you are when that happens? If that's in another venue,
So-
is it only because it's in public at the Oscars,
I think, yeah. I
or
think
is that if they were in the after, if they were at the after party, and that same statement got made, and say he's hosting the after party, and Chris is the comedian at the after party,
something sideways.
and it says
Oh,
something
I would
sideways.
punch him 3
I
times
think-
in the throat.
At the end of the day, you got cameras on you anyway.
Man.
Okay. So you're
That's true.
saying because it was the Oscars and
Yeah.
That was a
the
big
platform
No,
was
stage.
bad.
That was a
I'm
different
sorry.
stage.
I
Platform
still
was
would
so
have waited.
bad.
I still
That
would
was
have
a
waited.
different
Platform was
Okay.
bad.
It's just too
It just
much.
was. It was a
Too much
and
attention.
listen, it was obvious that
Yeah.
whatever happened was so much more than that moment.
So much more.
Whatever Will had on him was so much more than that moment.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah,
Now,
so much
let
more.
me- Do you think we hold Will and the others because and Will, I say Will because this is kind of the latest thing, and people are they're so disappointed in him and what he meant before that and now what he means. Do you think we are harder on our leaders and public figures than we are on normal people?
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
I can agree.
Why?
Well, I mean,
I mean, why are we? I know, I believe, I agree. I think we are, but why is that?
I
Because-
think
well, go ahead.
we have a belief that they should know better, and we forget that they're humans also. But I'm sorry. And when there's certain expectations we have of people who are out there speaking for something good, bad, or indifferent, representing a group of people.
Is that fair?
It's not fair, but guess what?
Yeah, I don't know if it's fair or not.
It's not fair.
But it's expected.
It's not fair, but guess what? It's reality.
Yeah.
It is something that, excuse me, I would never consider myself a celebrity. But the position that I hold
Yep.
and the platforms that I stand
Yep.
on
Yep.
require me
Yep.
to walk a certain way.
Yep.
They
Yep.
require me to
Yep.
be a certain way when I'm in public.
Yep.
It's not fair,
It's not. No.
but it's reality.
But it's an
There-
expectation.
there-
This is it.
There's
It is what
times
it
I
is.
want to say things to
Oh
people
my God.
and do something to people, but I think about, I don't have a large platform, But the small platforms that people see me in,
Absolutely.
I represent something that I
Absolutely.
have to have some integrity
And
with.
you represent it
So
at all
I pull back.
times.
I pull back. I pull back.
Yeah.
I do pull back. But man, I want to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to say something. I want to do something. I want to act a certain way. I want to cut loose. But I have to always. I always remember. If nothing else, I represent my family.
Absolutely. True. It's something.
Is
that
it
you sign
fair?
for.
I don't think so.
No, it's
Why
not.
should
It
they-
is.
okay, so let me ask this. Why should these people care if they've reached a certain level? And there are people who've reached a certain level of success to where things just really won't impact their livelihood a lot. Will Smith is probably one of those people.
Right.
People will be upset with him. They can have their public opinion. But in all reality, his lifestyle will not be impacted because he has reached that
About his
level.
legacy and stuff.
I mean,
he got
well,
that
most people,
stain
no,
on him, for
most
sure.
people don't respond because like are at a level where we can't do that because our livelihoods are attached to it,
right.
and certain things will get us removed
Right.
and our livelihood
Right.
jeopardized.
Right.
When you are worth $300, $400, $500 million,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. You have a reputation of that was a bad thing to do, but what really is? How much should Will care because he is, and I'm not saying he does
Sure,
or doesn't,
sure,
but
sure.
how much should he have to worry about it when?
Well, the only thing I would say to that statement is this. If this had been 10 years ago, I would probably agree with you. But now in 2022, cancel culture will wear you out.
Right, but again, what can cancel other and I,
Oh no,
to
it can
me
do a lot.
No,
It can.
It can do
I'm
a lot.
saying it can do a lot for to most people. It can do a lot for projects and things. But when you think about it, if you are worth
all that's
$500 million, they can't. That's not going anywhere. That's
Yeah,
money
but-
you
but-
already have in the bank.
but
Cancel culture will strip you from now futuristic stuff, but even
Yeah, but it can't
get
take
what you're saying, but it
you
can't take what you
have
already had.
If I've got $500 million, you can. If I never make another movie, okay, I never make another. Well, first of all, he can produce his own movies if he wanted to. But you know what I mean? They can't impact his livelihood.
But here's the only thing about that, Brian. Here's the
Okay.
only thing about that. This is what I would say. It makes sense what you're saying, and to a certain extent, what you're saying is correct. If a person is not, when you can affect a person's passion, you've gotten to them.
That's a good point.
See,
a
because
good point.
you can't take away the money I've made, but if you can stop
stop
my
me
project,
what
stop
you're
my,
doing.
Gotcha.
that's my
For
passion.
me, I think
good.
that as black
That's good.
people, we should do what we can to uphold a certain standard for those who are coming behind us, so that they can continue with a standard of integrity, one of statesmanship, one of being above the nonsense. I think that it's already expected of us to react that way. So that's for me, that's what it is. I would hope that we would just keep a certain standard where we could deal with things behind the scenes,
As men.
as women, with integrity, and so that we can show those coming behind us that hey, you can operate free.
And guess what? Even if it escalates to something crazy, at least if you've taken the proper steps to say, hey, I went to this person, we tried to talk it out, it didn't go well.
Yeah,
I tried to explain what I thought they did wrong,
Yeah.
it wasn't received.
Yeah.
You know, and at this point, the only thing left for me to do is put my hands on it. At least you can say, I took the steps.
yeah.
Yeah, but even with all of this, the backlash he's still facing over this, most people say you make a mistake, you do what?
Apologize.
You apologize.
Yeah.
He's done that on numerous,
Yes.
in
yes.
different ways.
Sure.
He's apologized.
Sure.
But he's still getting
Yeah.
hammered.
But you're going to.
Yeah.
But
It was
again,
just so big,
back to my
Brian.
point.
It was
so
if I've
big.
apologized, why should I care after I've done what people say do. You make a mistake, you
Because
say
it's
you
still interfering
you
with his
own it.
lifestyle.
He may not care.
No, you own it.
But in the court of public opinion,
Still
that's
affecting his lifestyle.
it was so much bigger than his
I get
apology.
that. But what else can he do?
It
gotta
may
wait
not
it
be
out.
apologize.
You gotta
Nothing.
wait it out.
Okay.
Nothing.
He's gotta,
So,
he's
my
gotta
point
pay
is-
He's
his
just gotta
debt.
he gotta
Yeah.
go with the
If we are going to
the
keep-
cycle.
Because be honest,
It's
if
cyclical.
If one of us does something, or somebody we know on a normal everyday level does something, and they, hey, my bad, and it could be something that kind of really impactful.
But it's still-
we let that kind of, okay, we talk it through and we go on about it.
But time still got to do what time does.
Yeah.
Right. But
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
time does,
Yeah.
but we don't need to help. Like, we don't help it.
But see, the point that you're making, Ron, though, is still a one-on-one. Like, for example, based on the example that you're using, what I would take from that is that if Will apologizes, and even though he has apologized, and at the time that he did, at that time, Chris wasn't ready to receive
Right,
it.
right.
But at the time when Chris has received it, and maybe they are able to make amends or whatever, then maybe the two of them have worked out. But in the situation you're using, right?
I've got something for that.
Somebody else, if somebody wronged you and they apologize, and you say, okay, we talked about it, we squashed it, cool. But guess what? If somebody wronged you and the three of us see it, right? For a little while, the three of us gonna be like,
Nah, bro, you
okay, all right,
That's
all right,
good.
go on with that.
But I need
go on
you
with
to
that,
explain
Doc.
what you meant by we can't help it.
What do you mean?
You said, we talked about apologize, but we
No,
can't.
I'm saying the public opinion doesn't help it get better because he's apologized, but he's still getting hammered. Like, people aren't saying, like Greg just said, you have to let time just said it
Oh,
too, DeMarcus.
because people
You have
are
to let
hurt on so
time
many different
just
levels.
do that. Because at the end of the day, if I'm Will Smith and I say I've apologized, and at some point if Chris talks to me and says, okay, I forgive you, I shouldn't. I'm not going to keep caring about
Ron.
what all of y'all think about it.
But see, there's different levels. He apologized to Chris. He didn't apologize to Will Packer. He
We
didn't
don't know that.
apologize to
No.
Questlove. He didn't apologize to Wanda Sykes. He didn't apologize to
No.
He did apologize to Quest.
Oh, he did?
He did
I'm saying,
apologize to
let's
Quest.
say no,
'Cause he's from Philly,
whoever
so he
directly
knows
was
it.
impacted, he apologized to them. But I'm saying, why should he keep worrying about the court of public opinion? Because people are not going to let it go.
You don't have to worry about it.
Talking about it is one thing, but
Yeah.
first of all, if it doesn't impact people directly, a lot of people are just commenting on stuff and mad about stuff, which don't even matter to them anyway.
I believe,
Right.
I believe it's
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, to
Yeah.
go back to Greg, Greg made a statement about his passion. I think that it's going to continue to affect Will because we've always seen Will in a certain space and light. When is beyond this particular incident? When's the last time you've heard or seen him fall as hard as this? Right, and so I think it's affecting him because it's literally interfering in everything he's doing. He's still going to make movies. He's still going to do what he does, but until he can get past this particular thing, he's going to be stuck in that moment until him and Chris had that sit down.
But you have some people come out in support of him. You know, you have some people come out and
absolutely.
say, you know what, I
Sure.
get it. And again, and I think part of the thing that we, again, talking about holding people to a higher standard, I don't know if and it's easy for people to sit back and say what they wouldn't do or how they should have handled it until you get in the situation and somebody insults your person,
It's
and
true.
then you sitting back,
It's true.
and if your person is sitting there looking at you and saying, so this is okay for somebody to insult me, what do you do about that?
But see, and it just comes down to the person. You know, I'm the type of person where I know that you never argue with the man with the mic.
That never goes well.
It never goes.
Never
well.
argue
with the man with the mic.
Never goes well.
So my thing would be, I'm not gonna say nothing until I get that mic. Now, when I
Yep.
get that mic,
Yep.
it's gonna be a bad day. Now.
Yep.
When I get it,
Yep.
it's gonna be a bad day.
Yep.
And I even is on one of the social media platforms recently. One of the pastors made a statement that from his pulpit, pastors are the only one of the few jobs that are expected to forgive and overlook everything that's done, but never get it
Can get
reciprocated.
Yeah, they don't.
They never get it reciprocated. They make a mistake and it trails
They do.
forever.
They do.
But People come to them all the time
They do.
about problems.
Their own stuff.
I've
Yeah.
done
And expect
I've
grace
done this. I've hit
and
my wife.
forgiveness.
I've done this to my wife. I've done this. I've done this. I've been out here. I've been doing this. And
Yeah.
guess what? We expect that pastor, that leader,
Right.
to pray for them,
Yeah.
hold them up, encourage them. It's going to be better.
Yeah.
It's going to be this.
Yes,
but
sir.
as soon as that happens to them,
Yeah. They
I
don't get the
agree
same
with
grace.
it's a different story.
But I
I
got
agree
but
with that.
but I'm gonna say something now. It's gonna be tough.
Go ahead. That's right. That's
It's
this
gonna
is
be
what
tough.
it said.
But I'm gonna say something. And this and okay, it ain't that kind of show, but it's gonna be that kind of show right now.
All right.
Paul said, I am a prisoner of the gospel. What does that mean? I am a prisoner of the gospel. It means that I am held to that gospel. It means that it is unfair, but it's reality.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what
so
yeah.
it's our job
I think I'm a new age pastor.
as leaders.
I'm a new age
It's our job as leaders.
So he's a
Now,
volunteer.
now,
The
the
gospel,
thing.
not a
Now,
prisoner.
no, listen. Now, here's what I'll say. And I know we coming to the end, but
volunteer
here's what I'll
reality.
say. Here's what I'll say. Now, part of the issue, though, is that a lot of pastors, and I don't want to go away from what we're talking about, but a lot of leaders allow themselves to be placed on pedestals. So the leader doesn't make themselves appear to be human.
That's good.
So when the leader falls, then they want to say, but I'm human. But no.
Be
All
human
this
all the
time.
time. Got you.
All this time.
I got you.
You know?
I got you. That's good. Look, we got this is another.
My
we could,
God.
we could talk about this for another 34 minutes. But look,
new
we have
age
to go.
pastor.
We've got a lot to talk about. Great show, guys. I appreciate it. Send us your comments and your thoughts.
Send them to him. Send them to him.
Jeff Fauntleroy. They have active emails. Send them. Social media. Go visit them. Look, thank y'all for joining us this week. We'll have another show for you next week. Until then, be blessed. We'll talk to you soon. Overhead slap. Bye. We seen how to make anything. It's just
Let's just talk about it, dog.
I didn't